Tim Leonard back inside our MASN All Access studios now, and happy to be joined by Termarr Johnson, one of the top high school prospects and top overall prospects in the upcoming MLB Draft. Thanks so much for hopping on with us, Termarr.
Thank you guys for having me.
I'm sure you're very excited for the MLB Draft coming up on July 17th. To those of the fans that are trying to figure out about your game right now, they can read the scouting reports, but how would you personally describe your game?
I want to say I'm a bit of a savvy player. I like to get down and dirty about my game, and I like to grind every AB. I like to get every ground ball. I want to be the guy that makes every play, and I want to steal every base. So I'm kind of the player that wants to go. I'm a go-getter type of player that wants to get everything.
And scouts rave about your hit tool so far, saying you're one of the more advanced high school hitters in decades. What is it about your approach to the plate and your keys to making yourself such a polished hitter at such a young age?
I just try to stay within my zone, know what I can hit best, and, kind of feel what I want to do. And, I try to get myself in great hitting counts. I feel like that's the biggest thing for me. When I get in great hitting counts, then I'm able to bang, I'm able to hit the ball hard, I'm able to do damage. So, I just try to get myself in good hitting counts.
Was there one piece of advice you got from maybe a coach or a mentor growing up that allowed you to become such a good hitter?
Honestly, the biggest thing I got from a coach or a mentor is don't try to hit everything. When you try to hit all nine quadrants, you're not going to be very successful. Hit what you can hit and, stick to it and make that the greatest thing that you can ever do.
And the hit tool is obviously what pops off the page for scouts, but what's something about your game that you think is maybe not talked about enough, or maybe something you're working on that you've improved on lately?
Definitely, just infield. I'm always cleaning it up. I'm always trying to, make sure my feet are, in place so I can, get the ball and get it out with one shuffle, or, just play it, make it look easier. I feel like the way I hit is so easy, and I want to make my fielding look way more easier than my hitting. So, I'm just working on that every day, and I hope, guys can see that, scouts can see it, and, even fans can see that.
Well, the Baltimore Orioles have the #1 pick in the draft, as I'm sure you know. What would it mean to you to be selected #1 overall by an organization like Baltimore?
It'd mean a lot to me. At the end of the day, I don't know too much about what's going to happen in the next couple of days, but it'd mean a lot to me just to, further my opportunity and, play in the big league stadium and, reach my goal and, do what I know I can do. So, being selected with the Baltimore Orioles means that, Baltimore gets a ring in a couple of years.
I know you're a huge fan of baseball in general, and you watch a lot of baseball. Do you have a favorite player on the Orioles right now, or someone you look up to that's currently playing, or maybe a player that used to play for the Orioles?
I was a big Anthony Santana fan, so it was cool watching him play for a couple of years. And lately I've been a big Cedric Mullins fan, and a little bit of an Adley Rutschman fan also. So, I like watching Cedric Mullins ball out, and I was so proud of him last year. Same thing with Adley Rutschman. Actually, Cedric Mullins is from Georgia, so it's kind of a bittersweet thing.
Yeah, and you got an opportunity to come to Camden Yards and work out earlier this year. What was that whole process like?
It was really nice. It was really cool. Camden Yards, like I told them, Camden Yards is nothing like what you see on MLB show. So it was kind of cool just seeing it in the flesh and seeing it in person. And, I was just happy just to have the opportunity to, work out in front of, the coaches, the scouts, and everything like that.
Is there something in your game right now that you're currently working on to improve, maybe in the time that you have until you're going to be on a professional roster here soon?
I'm improving on honestly everything. I feel like I can get better at everything. I don't know all the answers of my game, and I don't know everything yet. So I'm working on hitting. I'm getting in the weight room, working more on mobility. I'm working on a good first step so I can have a little bit more range. Working on my arm, and I'm working on running faster. So I'm really working on everything. I'm just trying to get it all in before I know what my next step is.
And I know you've talked a lot about how you love watching Robinson Cano play, and that's a guy you've emulated growing up. Is he someone that you're looking up to? Are there any other players that are right at the top of the list of players that you look up to right now in the MLB?
You know, I look up to a lot of players. I kind of have a player that I look up to on every team. So, you know, just those guys like Robinson Cano, I used to look up to him, and I still do look up to him. And, you know, I kind of say that I kind of have the same type of swing, demeanor, and everything about my game with him. You know, I watch a lot of players. Lately, I like rooting him doors, backflips, and everything. He makes it look so easy, and when he hits the ball, he hits it far. And you know, it's kind of cool seeing it from a guy that's kind of my size.
And obviously right now you are a shortstop, and I'm sure you want to stay there. There are plenty of scouts that say down the road you're going to be a second baseman. What would you say to scouts and kind of critics that question your defense and your ability to stay at the shortstop position?
Honestly, I know in my game and myself that, you know, I have the instincts, I have the IQ, I have everything to, you know, be the future shortstop. You know, honestly, I know it's some things I need to work on. Same thing with hitting, same thing with running, you know, same thing about learning more about the game. There's some things I need to work on. And, you know, I plan on wherever team I go to or whatever my next step is, I'm going to work hard to make sure I, you know, can stay at shortstop. I can stay at the top of the lineup, and I can stay stealing bases.
Well, a couple fun ones here before we let you go, Termarr. What is the favorite play you've had so far or moment in your baseball career to this point?
Well, it's a play that I have on Instagram currently. It was a diving play to win the championship at the USA National Championships. That was kind of like a surreal play for me, and it was one of my favorite plays I've ever had all time. I remember hitting my first home run. It still plays through my head every time. You know, I hit another home run. That first home run I hit still plays through my head. You know, it's just a lot of moments in baseball, man. I feel like recently my most favorite moment was that home run that I hit at Tropicana. That was so cool to me.
And when you're not playing baseball, which I'm sure is not a whole lot of time in your day, but what are some things you like to do off the diamond? You mentioned MLB The Show earlier, stuff like that, something you like to do in your free time?
I mean, I'm always on MLB The Show. I like to spend time. You know, I like to spend time with my girlfriend. I got a girlfriend. I like to spend time with her. And, you know, I just like to be at home, just like to stay really low-key and just, you know, really stay in my bed, honestly. I'm a real homebody, if you guys didn't know that. I'm a real homebody.
I can respect that for sure. Well, Termarr, this has been great. Awesome to chat with you. Best of luck in the draft process coming up here in a couple days, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you guys so much.